Fiona Whitten from Oakville Crafts here, and welcome to today's Stamping and Creating. It's the 3rd of January, so Happy New Year to you all. And today I'm going to share yet another sneak peek. I call it a sneak peek because catalogues are not yet live, they go live tomorrow. So I have two things I really want to share with you today. I have the Flight Airy 12 by 12 paper, which is in the Celebration brochure. So this is one of the things that you can get for free with a £45 spend. Just bear with me for one moment whilst I make sure that this is actually going out live, and also that I make sure that my sound is off on my laptop, because I don't think you really want to hear me in duplicate. Yep, it seems to be, so that is good going. Okay then, so as I said, Celebration and the mini catalogue go live tomorrow. So this is one of the items that is available for free when you spend £45 or more in the UK. It's called Flight Airy. It's a pack of 12 by 12 double-sided paper, or DSP, designer series paper, as Stampin' Up like to call it. And there are 12 sheets, 2 each of these double-sided designs. So I'm just going to show you the sides with all the birds on. So as I said, Flight and Airy, I think you can probably guess by now why it's called that, because there is a huge selection of birds on this paper. So this is the first sheet, just birds, and so you can cut these out or use them as a card front. It's really up to you. We have ones that have floral, so these are just single birds on a branch with flowers, blossom things. I'd like to think spring is on the way, but you never know here at the moment because the weather here is pretty atrocious. We've got wind, we've got rain, we've got everything. I lie, we don't have everything. We don't have snow, and hopefully we won't. And today's a bit quieter than yesterday, thank goodness. Third sheet, smaller birds, and then again you have branches with 2 birds on, and then you have single birds of varying different sorts. So you have some with a yellow breast, some with pink, some with I would say that is, I was going to say fresh freesia, but I'm not too sure. It looks more like moody mauve to me, but hey. And we've got various different coloured flowers as well. Slightly more branches and leaves here with, again, still got a variety of birds on here. And some more. So the birds are all in differing sizes. So those ones and these ones, I guess they're slightly smaller than here, which is actually quite nice because it means that you can mix and match them. So we've got, as well as having the branches and the leaves, we've got blossoms as well, so that's rather lovely. And then this is sort of a variation on one of the other ones I was going to say, but it might not be actually, looking at it. No, it's slightly different again, but this time we've got 3 birds, or actually you've got 5 birds, so or you can actually even almost virtually take you can take it as 5 birds and cut around. So again, that's very sweet, but most of these birds are all of the same colour. So they're blue with a pink and a peacock coloured bottoms. And then on the other side, we've got a variety of backgrounds. So fresh freesia on here. We have Lost Lagoon, leaves and things. We have more florals. So we've got, and there's 2 different blues in here. So we've got boho blue and misty moonlight, I should say. Misty moonlight, I think it is. Let me see. I've got lots of. I've got starry sky, but I don't think that's what it is. But hey, we had lots of things earlier. Again, more blues, boho blue. So it's more of a watercolour wash type thing. We've got a nice pecan pie background with little shapes on there, and then we've got more florals, so these are even smaller florals. So there's a huge variety here of birds and things. So great paper, free with a £45 spend. Now today I'm going to make a card using this paper, and I'm going to combine it with a new stamp set and stamps die bundle, which is called the Everyday Details. So this is a stamp set that will be available. It's in the new January to April mini catalogue, and there is a set of coordinating dies. Now these dies do not cut out these images, but they are rather nice, and they are actually really good standalone. So I was quite surprised. I literally got these yesterday, so this is the first time. I mean, I literally unpacked it, double checked I had everything in the order yesterday, and then I have simply taken it out of the wrapper probably about 20 minutes ago. Started looking at it, and I got a bit phased by it to start off with, because what I didn't realise from the catalogue is that one of these rectangles and one of these circles actually is two pieces together. So this will cut, it will not cut out the larger rectangle, but it would make a nice border, and then it also makes another one that you can then use as a frame solely by itself. All the other ones here on the rectangles are individual. And then on the, so that's the largest one on the rectangles, but it's not the largest one on the circles, it's the second one down on the circles. So again, it does not cut out the circle, the larger circle. You would have to do that yourself or put this into a square frame. And then it will, but it will cut that smaller circle and with all the dots and things. And this is, oh, actually I was going to show you, but I haven't. Just realised I've just coloured it and everything, and it doesn't look very nice on the background. So there are in fact 11 dies in all. So there's 1, 2, 3, there's four circle dies, 5 if you count the fact that that is 2. There are 1, 2, 4 rectangle dies, and again assume that there is 2 here. There is this crisscross, and then there are these 2 that you can then use to cut borders and things like that. So it's a nice die set. It just doesn't cut out these images, but you can easily use, I was going to say I was going to put that on there, but actually this image on the stamp set, you need to be careful because it's actually at 95%. So that is not the actual size. The actual size of that stamp is a lot larger. So that's the actual size for that stamp, but it does fit nicely into one of the circles, and that's what I'm going to use. So so it's got so the Everyday Detail stamp set. There's 7 stamps. There are 3 sentiments. There are 3 images, and then this little one here is cute little background. So it's like 5 dots. It almost looks like dice to me, but they kind of go with this on that border. So you've got a nest with 3 eggs, you've got a teacup with a flower on, you've got a vase with flowers and leaves, and then you've got sentiments. So you make every day a little brighter, so that's, excuse me, sorry, I've still got the COVID cough. I'm really hoping it's going to go soon because it's really starting to get me down, but hey. So you make every day a little brighter, overjoyed for you on this new journey, which I like this one. I think that's quite nice for like a wedding, an engagement, moving house, going abroad or whatever, and then wishing you so much joy on this special day. Again, it's another nice wedding, just anything nice for a happy occasion. So that's that stamp set. So these are red rubber. And again, you will have to, you don't have to, but you can put your stickers on the back of the stamps if you want to, or you can just leave them without. They work as well without, but they're very sticky, so you'll find that I tend to take them, add them on, and then I sort of like tap them on against something to take off some of the tackiness. Right, so let's go and let's have some fun with this stamp set. Now, I did put aside some paper, and as always, it's gone on walkabouts. I'm just glad I didn't hit my head on the desk because they were on the floor. So I grabbed some paper, cardstock I should say, so I've got some Lost Lagoon, I've got some fresh Freesia, and I've got some bubblegum pink, and then I've also got some boho blue. Now I want to use this image with the nest, so I know that I'm going to use one of these birds, because I'm going to cut one of these birds out. Oops, one of these single birds out, and I think they'll actually sit quite nicely. I know some of them have actually got feet, but there's no reason why you can't lop the feet off when you're cutting them out. So I think one of these birds would sit quite nicely on that nest. So that's that plan. And then for the background, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use, don't want to use that. It's not really any of the colours that's in with the birds. So I could use that one. I could use that one. And I think the flowers might be a little bit too fussy for me, especially with the nest and things on. Alternatively, could just go for something like this and end up putting the nest over that, so then you still have the blossoms or the leaves or whatever peeking out from underneath. So I think I'm going to go for that one. Right, let's start. So I'm going to start by making my base card. Here in the UK we use A4. In the US you use letter size. So my card base is simply going to be a sheet of cardstock cut in half. And I think I'm going to do a combination of these two. So I'm going to have a fresh Freesia base card. So you need to cut it in half on the long side. I'll move that out of the way because I'm not using that at the moment. So here means it's going to be 14.9 or 14.85. Like so. And then we're going to turn it, and on the long side we're going to score it in half at 10.5. So that's that. So that's my card base. My next layer is going to be 1/2 centimetre smaller than the card front. So that means I need to cut it. Oops, my scoring blades come off. It's better. Cut it at 14.4 on the long side. And then turn it and cut it at 10 on the new long side. So that gives me piece that will sit nicely with a border all the way around. And then this piece, I'm going to cut it again, and I want it to be, this time I only need it to be 9.5 centimetres wide. Because again, it's 1/2 centimetre smaller. So this piece is 10 across, so I need it to be 9.5 across, and then I need it to be 13.9. And that's going to sit on there, like so. So that's going to be the layers for the outside. And then I'm going to need a layer for the inside, which means I need some basic white. And I just need a piece that is going to be 14 4 by 10. Like so. So that's going to go on the inside of my card. Now, do I want to take some more? I might just, I can't decide. I think I'm just going to take 1.5 centimetre. Let's see. Do I want a bird or not? Let's do it like that, so that I know I've got like half a bird. Hopefully. Yeah, at least you get to see this bird. So that's going to go on the inside on that. So that is all my cutting that I need to do. And then we get to do some stamping. So I'm going to bring back my other piece of basic white. That's the other half from the bit for the inside. And I want my stamp. And I need my Memento ink. I'm using Memento ink because that's water-based. And the Stampin blends are alcohol-based. So when you're colouring, you want to use a medium that is not the same as your ink that you are doing your stamping your image on. Now, this piece I'm going to be die cutting, so I'm going to put it sort of in the middle but towards the bottom, because what I want to do is use the circle die on that, which are here. So I'm going to use this largest one because the nest fits in quite nicely in the bottom, like so. And then I've got some space there to put the bird on that I want to fussy cut out. Now this is a fairly large piece, so I'm going to have to use my larger, or the standard I should say, cut and emboss machine. So I'm just going to bring that over. Hopefully it's sitting on my desk okay. It's not going to land in my lap, which will be interesting. There would be an almighty howl if it did. I'm just going to put that on there. You can't quite see, I'm afraid. And then I'm going to run that through. And hope it hadn't moved. That's pretty good. Right. So it's a fairly large circle, as you can see that the actual perforations, the holes around, are quite large too. They're not dinky little things. You can definitely see them. Now I had a selection of blends, and I'm not going to sit here and colour everything because and I'll show you what I've used. So I've used Pecan Pie, I've used soft sea foam, the light and the dark. And I also used Lost Lagoon. And I coloured my image using those colours, so there's one I made earlier. So I'm not going to actually repeat it again. You don't need to sit there watching me colouring. So now we could put this in the centre. I know I'm covering up some of the birds, but hey, it's just one of those things. And let's see now. So this little bird here, they've all got little yellow breasts. So any of these here would be good ones. I'm not going to use that one because he's got a tail and I'm not sure how it'll look hanging off there. And I really want one that's sort of quite small. And the other choice, of course, is the fact that you've got, so you've got the yellow breast is what we want. Tail we don't want. These have got feet, but that's okay because they will, you can chop them off. And then you've got ones that look left and ones that look right as well. So it's like choices. I think I'm going to go for him. So yeah, I am afraid it does mean getting out a pair of paper snips. So I've just roughly cut around. Now don't throw him away because you could fussy cut him. In fact, I'm just going to show you. You could fussy cut him, use him on the inside of your card or on an envelope. And you don't have to be too precise with these because the images are quite, if you look at them, they're quite soft on the edges. So don't be too worried if you've sort of not followed every bit that goes in and out. So that's him, and in fact he would actually work on the nest, but I'm not going to use him because that's the flat edge from the edge of the paper there. So you could add him to the paper like so, or to the side of the envelope, or however you want to decorate it. So I'm going to keep him. I'm not going to throw him away, but this is the little bird that I do want. That one I'm not too worried about because there's really not much you can do with that. Now I don't want his feet. Well, I might leave them on for the second and then we'll see how it looks. So these are quite easy to cut out. I don't think I'll be wanting to do hundreds of cards with this design, with them sitting on a nest, but hey, it's not too time consuming. I guess it's something you could sit and do if your husband's sitting there watching a program you're not really that interested in, and you can just do this, kind of not pay attention. You didn't hear me say that. Hey. Right, feet. Let's see, how does he look on there? No, you know what? I think I'm going to cut his tail and his feet off like that. And then he can sit quite nicely on the nest. Or she, in fact. I guess it's usually us women that have to sit on, look after the kids, stay home, look after. So I'm not going to be sexist, you know. There's a lot of men that do it. And I think there's a lot of birds. No, penguin dads are very keen on, well, they do look after their babies. So, right. So I think I like him like that. and he blends in quite nicely with this as well. So I'm going to do that. So I can start sticking, I think. I'm going to use my liquid glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. You don't need to go too bad with it. I just usually do a bit around the edge and then sort of a little bit in the middle. Put that on there. Try and get an even border all the way around, like so. I need to make sure that I have actually used my brown fold and burnished that score line. That way the card will actually sit flat. That's going to get glued to the front there. I could have used a boho blue. Base card on this. But there's enough pinks and things on the card for it to tie in. Now we're going to put him on here. Now am I going to glue him or am I going to put him on with some dimensionals? I think I'm going to put him on with some dimensionals. And you don't need to go too mad with them. I'm just going to put one sort of in his head and one in the body there. Put him on here. I'm not going to colour the eggs. So that can go on there. Now it needs something else. Not too sure. What does it need? Apart from some embellishments, of course. Sentiment, maybe? So I was going to use that overjoyed for you in this new journey. So I will stamp that onto some white. My question is what colour? I think I'm going to just leave it in black, actually. Boring, I know, but hey. So that's that. Now, let's see. Do any of these dies fit? So that little rectangle, let's see how that goes. I think that is a just. Or I just simply fussy cut it. I think to be sure I'm going to just simply fussy cut it. Move that out of the way. It's up to you how close to the sentiment you want to go and whether or not you want to go in and out every little bit. I tend to use straight lines as much as possible, but you don't have to. There will be the odd occasion where you have to sort of pop it up because the letter's slightly bigger than all the others, but hey. Down there because I can't decide what to do. I'm going to take that straight up there and then go around. See, I think I'm doing straight lines, and then when I actually look at it, I'm not. But hey. Problem is, if you're trying to get it too perfect, you'll end up chopping off so much that you'll end up cutting off half the sentiment. Let's see now, how does that look? Do you think? And then the $64 million question is, do I have it flat? Do I put it on dimensionals? Well, this is a sample, so, and it will get sent eventually, but not in the near future, so I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. Obviously, I don't want to be putting it over the circles, little holes. Put him up here, I think. And then I'm going to put the sentiment here. So it's going to be part on the circle and part off. So I can put a little mini dimensional on the back. She says trying to find them. They're in here somewhere. I seem to only have big ones. Oh, what the heck. I'm just going to cut a piece off here. Make sure I'm putting it in the right place. So it's in that area there. Like so. And then I'm going to put glue on the other end so that it then glues to that circle. And you don't need tons, just enough to hold it really. Let's see, that's straight. Giving myself enough wiggle room just to put that on. So that's that. And let's put the middle together, so the inside. So I could put him on, and I could just put him here like that. In fact, I think I might just do that. Because that's the straight line from where the edge of the paper was. If I just put that over the corner, like so, it looks like he's sitting there, and then I can just simply cut that piece, that excess piece off. So I'm not going to need his tail as such. Just have it there like that, so and then just cut that bit off there that I don't need. Like that. And he, she, he, it, they can go then on the inside. Again, try and get an even edge all the way around, like so. And there you go. So that's one card made using the Flight Airy DSP from Celebration, and also using the Everyday Details stamp set and dies to create that card. So I hope you've enjoyed watching that. As I said, Celebration and the new mini catalogue go live tomorrow. In fact, actually here in the UK, because we are in the UK and our catalogue and the store and everything is linked to that all the one in Germany, it will actually go live 11 o'clock tonight. So you'll be able to see everything from then if you want to. I will be posting links to all the new catalogue and Celebration in on both my Facebook and on my blog and on Instagram, thinking about it. And what was I going to tell you about? Oh yes, so Celebration, as in the past, a £45 spend gets you a free item. So there are items in the Celebration brochure that are free with a £45 spend, and some that are free with a £90 spend, just so you know. And so for every 45 or multiple thereof, you are able to choose something for free. Celebration's only running from tomorrow until the end of February, which this year is the 29th of February. So we've got a leap year, so an extra day, so yippee. So yeah, February's got 29 days in it this year. So it's quite important not to forget that, because it always throws me. And the other way you can earn some free items is join my team. And during Celebration, there are two offers. One is you can choose an extra £30 worth of product. So instead of £130 worth, you can choose £160 worth. And the cost is still £99. Alternatively, there is a new, and I can't show you it still, glass mat coming out tomorrow for new joiners. So that's another option. You can choose to have that as part of your starter kit in addition to your £30 worth of product, and pay the £99. Don't forget, kits shipped for free, so that's really good. So starter kits shipped free, and then once you're part of the Stampin' Up family, one of the acorns, and obviously you then enjoy all the other perks of being a demonstrator. And no, you do not have to demonstrate. Everyone seems to think that because it says demonstrator, it means that you have to demonstrate. No, that's not. Demonstrator is just purely a term that Stampin' Up use as being part of the family. Obviously, if you are looking to start a business, then I'm here to help. But most of the acorns just simply buy for themselves, which is fine by me. And then the third way you can earn is if you host a workshop. Now, it doesn't have to be an in-person workshop, it can be online. And if you'd like more information about that, then please contact me. You can email me at fiona@oakvilleCrafts.com. So that's it. Celebration starts tomorrow. The new mini catalogue starts tomorrow, which also means that the current mini catalogue, the September to December mini catalogue, ends at 10:59 tonight. So all online orders need to be closed by then, otherwise they won't go through, just so you know. So there are still some items left, and you'll find them all on the last chance product list. There are some carrying over, but I think I've only got one stamp set that's carrying over. So, and there's some paper as well. But other than that, quite a few things are leaving us, which I'm sad about. But hey, onto new things, which is always good. So I'm going to love you and leave you now. Have a good week. I will be back next week with another stamping and creating. So we've got one more, and then after that, Card and a Cuppa starts again. So take care. And any questions, or please email. If you'd like to shop online with me, then you can find me at oakvillecrafts.stampinup.net. Okay, take care. Bye.